First video is going to be Bizarre Bub Scary Comp V76.
On April 16 of 2023, at around 12 a.m., a man named Jacob wakes up to a strange noise outside his room. Trembling with fear, he gets out of bed and encounters something that leaves him extremely unnerved. Now, not too long ago, I featured a video from Jacob, who you may remember as the man who inherited an old house and a creepy clown doll that...
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, this house is like whack, like super old. And then, yeah, no, I remember it being so creaky and shit. It's just loud as fuck. So, no, I remember.
Both belonged to his grandmother. The clown doll, known as Jeffrey, scares him.
Dude, I was pretty sure that video was like super fake though.
Because of this, he keeps Jeffrey locked up in a separate room away from him. But then one night, something happens that spooks Jacob out of his mind. It's close to midnight when a loud bang wakes him up. He hears a couple more noises before suddenly realizing that the sounds are coming from the room next to his where the clown doll was put. What happens next scares the living daylights out of him. Take a look.
I just heard banging.
I just feel like it's not a natural thing to be recording, but I guess you could say he got scared before, so it's fine. Yeah, he's gonna turn around and then the face is gonna be turned, just like it's the exact same as the last one. That's it. Oh my god.
As Jacob checks the room where the sounds were coming from,
I mean, it was a pretty okay, like okay job of it being done, but nah, like that's super fake, obviously. Like I feel like I don't even need to go into that.
loud noise is heard from downstairs. He looks nervously down the staircase when suddenly the sound of footsteps going up the stairs.
Yeah, that's like the easiest thing to do afterwards, and then have your friend that was already in there turn the thing, stop banging on the wall, and then open the door.
Now in a different position, initially seen facing the wall, the clown is now staring at the door.
Yeah. Okay. That one's cute. Oh, is it cute? It keeps going.
Jacob quickly ends the video here and locks himself in his room until the following morning. After this night, he was absolutely certain that Jeffrey was haunted. Afraid it might happen again or something worse may occur, he decides to move Jeffrey into the basement.
Another update. You know, I think I'm definitely gonna be moving Jeffrey. Like, with whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me. I'm gonna be putting him in the basement, so I'm gonna follow up. This is the results so far. I'm gonna leave him here for now, but I think I'm gonna put a camera here.
Yeah, obviously he also set it up so that it moves or something, I'm sure.
On top has a timer that turns it on and makes it oscillate. the heater had simply turned on during this time. But as he continues to watch, something happens.
Why would you do that? Why would you put it on something that's oscillating like that? Like, why wouldn't you just put it on the floor? Or on anything else that's not moving?
That the camera is moving side to side. Now this didn't alarm him, as he forgot that the heater on which the camera was placed on top has a timer that turns it on and makes it
What?
oscillate. Something happens that terrifies him to his core. Watch.
Of course. What is it?
As the camera oscillates from side to side, the clown's arm eerily moves on its own. Seconds later, the light bulb blows out in a loud explosion, making the basement completely dark. Following that, a strange voice is heard whispering something that's hard to make out. Not much else happens after this, but everything that happened before was enough for Jacob to decide that Jeffrey should remain locked up in the basement. Jeffrey continues to be recorded in case he moves again. For now, no further up.
Okay, yeah. I feel like at a certain point you have to stop so that people are like, oh, everything's fine. And then something scary again later. But no, that's just like, that's super fake. Woo! Fuck. It's annoying though. I feel like it's annoying when they, I don't think he cares if it's fake or not, honestly. But he's said a couple times like he knows this one is fake or something like that. But, I don't know. He really leans into it.
Dates have been posted by Jacob, but until then, this video remains a mystery.
Okay, that one's a dud. So number 1 was lame. Number 5.
This next video comes from a man whose entire home is filled with Bibles and other religious artifacts that he worships on the daily. If he's not praying, then he's most likely sitting at his piano playing a song with verses from the Bible. Pretty much.
Dude, how do you do that like all day though? I wonder if that actually like, does anything for him, Like I feel like at that point they just got to be speaking to you, all day you're doing that?
And other religious artifacts that he worships on the daily. If he's not praying, then he's most likely sitting at his piano playing a song with verses from the Bible. Pretty much everything he has or does in this apartment is based on something religious. Now you might be thinking that this man is simply devoted to his religion. While that's partly true.
I get being devoted to your religion. Going to church every Sunday is definitely not an easy task to do. And sometimes you really don't want to freaking do it. Usually it's early in the morning to get it out of the way. But yeah, no, I don't know.
True. The main reason as to why he prays a lot.
That's just so much. Like that's really overdoing it. No, like that's the most overdoing it I've ever seen, I think. And then he seems obsessed with it.
Has to do with something completely different. As it turns out, this man has been experiencing strange happenings in his home. Ever since visiting his father's gravesite at the cemetery, he can't shake the feeling that something has followed him home. Whatever it might be, he's deeply afraid of it. For this reason, he's been praying and singing religious songs more so than usual as an attempt to get rid of the evil entity that now lives in his home.
Dude, he's doing it more than you. Maybe that's not what's helping though. Like just to double down on it and then it gets worse. Like maybe you're going a little, I don't know. Maybe you can't and it's just a coincidence. I don't know.
One day, while taking a nap, he wakes up to a loud noise in the living room. He grabs his phone and records this.
Bueno, estoy grabando este video porque Estoy tratando de dormir, pero acabo de escuchar un golpe duro por allá en la sala, entonces decidí grabar porque hace días que se viene presentando.
Wait, it's been happening for a few days? Then what's...
Cosas extrañas en el apartamento, son las 4:13 de la tarde, entonces me parece muy extraño que hasta ahora están sucediendo como cosas raras. Entonces,
What?
comedor. Miren, es en el comedor.
I don't know about
Las
that.
ventanas cerradas, miren. Esto viene sucediendo hace como una semana ya. Pues la verdad se me hace muy extraño. Se me hace muy extraño que estén pasando cosas así.
Feeling slightly unnerved, the man sees a set of eating utensils swaying side to side.
I don't know. Like, what's going on here? Like, is that looks like a phone? No, maybe it's like a TV remote. Maybe I'm tripping. They're both TV remotes though. That one looks like a phone, the one on the armrest. And then I'm like, well, it's got to be somebody standing behind there. That's like immediately what I'm thinking. And he just got up from bed and his other phone's chilling out here. Like, that's kind of weird. I don't know. It's not as likely as somebody being behind the pillar. I think that's a whole lot more likely.
Se me hace muy extraño que estén pasando cosas así.
Or the wall.
Feeling slightly unnerved, the man sees a set of eating utensils swaying side to side as
And that's a weird thing to have on your table. Not gonna lie. Like, just saying, I feel like that's a really weird decoration to have on your table. I feel like the roses thing in the tea kettle thing, that's cool. You know, that's the type of decoration you should put on a dining table. I don't know what that, Newton's law of like eating cutlery. I don't know what you're doing there. That's pretty lame to me, actually.
as though a strong breeze had passed by. But as the man points out, all windows are closed shut. Naturally, he was stricken with fear, but not as much as the next incident, as what happens then leaves him terribly shaken up. A few days after this occurrence, the man uploads a video in which he appears to be deeply distressed. Watch.
p.m. Why are you laying down at this time, bro?
En el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas. En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas.
Okay.
No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas. Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
Does it? Oh. Oh. Okay. I mean, that's not. That's like a basic ass one. That's not that fancy, you know, of like a piano. I don't think it would do that. I don't think it would have something that makes it push the key down by itself, you know? Unless it would. I don't think so though. I think that's like too advanced. That's like some you would need more spit, you know? Like that just wouldn't work that way. I was thinking maybe he was playing the sound out of like a different place or something, or like recorded the sound on the piano and played it back, and it was just out of tempo, you know, just like random noises, and he could react. I don't know though. That the seeing it move is the weird part. So that one actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. What was the first one again? Oh, let me just like scan real quick. Oh, the knocking. Oh, that. Oh, right. The Newton cutlery shit. Okay. Unless he actually does live alone, then that is pretty creepy.
Appearing to be fed up with the supposed spirit, the man tells the spirit to leave at once. But after having done so, a piano key is seemingly pressed by an unseen force. The man quickly rushes out of the room in a panic frenzy. It was now clear to him that something was provoking him. But as if that wasn't obvious enough, 4 days later, this happens. It's 3 in the morning when the man and his girlfriend, who was staying the night, wake up to strange noises. What happens next leaves them highly unsettled. Take a look.
Bueno, voy a grabar este video porque nuevamente se están escuchando en el apartamento ruidos. Son las 3 de la mañana.
Bro, the ghost just interrupted your guys' like time, it seems like. Like you guys are like mid and you just whipped out the phone. Hold on, babe. I gotta get this real quick. There's some weird noises and I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Con 16 minutos y...
Escucha, escucha, escucha.
Sí, amor, sí se escucha. Es en la sala.
Sí. Escucha, escucha.
Esta vez no estoy solo, esta vez estoy con mi novia que por fin decidió venir a acompañarme, pues estaba asustada debido a todas estas cosas que están pasando.
Yeah, if that was happening, I'd be like, nope, I'm sorry. Like I didn't sign up for a haunted experience. I'm not gonna be staying over at your house. If you know it's haunted, like please tell me because I won't show up. That's like a guarantee.
¿Dónde es eso, amor?
La cocina.
Oh,
¿Qué fue eso?
¿Se te ayudó?
Yo voy a mirar. Quédese aquí, amor, quédese aquí.
No,
Señor bendito. Amor, quédese acá, yo voy solo, amor.
yo voy.
Prenda la luz, prenda la luz. Se ve todo tranquilo por acá. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Parece que es en la cocina. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Vaya para el cuarto, amor.
No,
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás viendo, amor? ¿Estás viendo? Es en la cocina, amor. Cuidado con la cocina. Manifiéstate en el nombre de Jesús.
and you could hear that the girlfriend was in the back in the room still, so I'm not sure.
Te ordeno que te manifiestes. ¿Qué fue lo que sonó así ahorita, amor?
la cocina.
es que no es mentira, amor. Es un vaso. Es un vaso. Y mira, todos los cajones están abiertos.
Okay, if that actually did happen, I'd be moving the fuck out because I'm never gonna be able to like clean again. It's just gonna happen every time I like just finish cleaning, and I'm gonna lose it.
¿Qué es lo que pasa aquí, Dios mío? Amor.
Strangely, the wind chimes move on their own, and the kitchen appears to be ransacked.
I don't know, I always say I believe the ones in like a foreign language more. Just they're just more convincing for some reason. I don't know. Usually.
Yet according to the man, no signs of forced entry were seen anywhere in the house. Further adding to the strangeness, the man says that his girlfriend felt very ill only minutes after this incident. Whether or not this had something to do with her sudden illness is unknown. But considering what happened only days later, the man can't help but think,
Geez, another one. Okay, your whole thing is cursed, buddy. I think you need to just get out of it. I don't think you can move, honestly. I think this is a situation where it would just follow you. So you're kind of fucked. I don't know what you do in that situation.
that the spirit was responsible for this. It's late at night, and the man is once again woken up by mysterious noises when this is captured.
Dude, is he just up all night because of this? Like all the time? Or is he just awake at this period of time? Because he was sleeping at 1 o'clock and now he's up at 3. Like maybe he's just bored, you know, and making these videos. What am I looking for here? Okay. Okay, now I really think it's fake. Come on, dude.
Without warning, the sound of footsteps charging at full throttle can be heard heading towards the man before being attacked.
There's been like 6, 7 different videos like that in the last few that we watched. Like there's always one that has the footsteps sound like that. And when it's all dramatic, it just doesn't even seem real.
In the hopes that doing so would get rid of the strange presence that haunts him.
It seems like he just set up a whole little lore for this and is making videos only on that.
She saw something quite unusual on the security camera that's placed in his room. She had woken up from a nap before looking over at the camera's live feed and seeing a strange orb flying around her son's toys. It would seem to zip around in a strange way and react to objects it touched as though it had a mind of its own. Now Nancy had been looking at this orb for quite some time. More than 5 minutes have passed since initially spotting the mysterious orb, and still, it continued to float around in the same spot. Now curious as to what exactly was being caught on camera, she walks over to her son's room, but strangely finds nothing there. Nothing visible could be seen with her naked eye, but on camera, she could still see the ball of light floating around the same spot. In this short clip, Nancy's observing the orb via the security camera.
I feel like those are so dumb. Like I wouldn't, if it were me and I saw that on like a recording or something, I wouldn't pay attention to it. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, a ghost. Like I would just be like, I don't know, it's something weird. I don't know what that is. I wouldn't think of anything of it though.
Camera's live feed on her phone. Mind you, that without the phone, she can't see anything in person. While looking at the live feed, she sees the ball of light moving frenetically. Watch.
Frenetically.
Now at one point, Nancy starts to communicate with the orb. She tells it to touch her hand when something pretty interesting happens. The orb quickly moves away from her hand as though she had scared it. Nancy decides to leave this mysterious orb alone and call it a day. The orb continues to fly around the same spot even after she goes. But only minutes later, after rechecking the camera, the orb is no longer there. It has simply vanished. Ever since recording this, the orb hasn't shown itself again.
Bro, it's gotta be like a insect or something that, you know, I don't know, like it's something else. I don't mean, it definitely doesn't indicate anything like scary. So that wasn't like a scary video to me. Okay, that was kind of a dud. They've all been duds. That one was fake. That was long. It was like the whole thing, and that one was super fake too.
Very strange has been going on. The man who lives there claims that whenever he's by himself, he can't help but feel as though someone else is inside. When his roommates are gone and he has the place to himself, weird noises happen out of nowhere. Now what makes these occurrences extra strange is that they always seem to happen during the nighttime. Knowing when they usually occur, the man has his phone ready in hand and proceeds to record the following video. No one else is home when this is captured.
Hej, ogólnie to od jakiegoś czasu cały czas coś, właśnie takie dziwne hałasy. Ja pierdolę, co to? Jak?
Okay, I'm just not buying his like reactions to it all. I'm gonna skip a little bit because I'm not buying this one.
When eerily, the light switch, which he just turned on, is immediately turned off. It seems that whoever, or whatever was on the other end of the hall, had switched off the light. Now this wouldn't be the end of it, as only a few nights later, something just as creepy happens.
Okay, so it was just some light switch thing. It just turned the light off on him. Okay.
It's nighttime when the man recording hears banging noises outside his door. With his heart pounding in his ears, he records this.
Nie, ja pierdolę.
I just don't think that ever happens. Like they just start running water and like running up your utility bill. Like I don't think that happens. I don't think any water source just gets randomly opened by like a ghost. And then it's one of those like manual ones where you still have to put the thing down. Like then I really don't think that happened. Like it had to have manually been lifted up, you know? I don't know. I just think it's kind of dumb.
Co jest, kurwa?
What was that?
Whoa!
Like something straight out of a horror movie, the man peeks out from his bedroom, peering into the darkness of the hallway to see if anyone's there. Finding nobody inside the bathroom, the man quickly walks back to his room, but stops in his tracks upon noticing the sudden mess in the kitchen. Appearing as though a massive earthquake had struck the place, the man runs back into his room and
Bro, The only difference.
appearing as though a massive earth but stops in his
Sorry.
tracks upon
Pause
noticing
game.
the sudden mess in the kitchen. Appearing as though
Look at that. The only difference was the chair was set down and then the cabinet was open. That was the only
a
difference.
massive earthquake had struck the place.
Nothing else changed. That was the worst one. That was definitely the worst one. All right, number 1. I'm not even giving him any more time. I don't care if you have another clip or anything. It's fake.
He is captured live. Now, the two boys in this video often do live streams while playing video games late at night. It just so happens that this particular incident took place during an all-nighter, where around 5 in the morning, a strange noise is heard in the
God.
kitchen.
They're just raw dogging an all-nighter, like playing video games for like 20 to 26 hours or something. That's crazy.
The two usually play in the living room, so the noise was close by when it happened. The boys thought it was a family member who was grabbing a morning snack, so they shrugged it off and didn't think much of it. But later on, something happens that grabs their full attention and prompts them to end the live stream immediately. While playing in the dark, this happens.
Bro, is this what people are watching though? This is the live stream though? It's just you guys, just you guys playing? Like full screen. I don't get to see what you're doing at all. I just get to see that.
Oh, hijo, dale. Cierra la puerta, no abra la puerta. Dale. ¿Qué es esto? Fíjate, si un niñito por ahí. ¿Qué va? Anda a cerrar. Mirá, exacto, era. Iba a cerrar, imbécil. Las 5 yo. Las 5 yo.
At first, the fridge door
I got distracted. The fridge door
seemingly
open?
opens on its own, as though someone had gone over to grab a snack. At least that's what the two boys thought, considering that one of them has a brother who wakes up around this time to cook something up. Thinking that he left the fridge door open by accident, one of them gets up to close it. But as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do you think they made him go get it? Like he was being weird about
cook something
not going to close it. He was like, no, you close it. No, you close it. Just go close it. Just go, like 50 times, like way too much. And I was like, that's weird. Why does he have to go close it? And that's exactly why, because it's tied to his fucking foot or something.
But as they walk back, this happens.
And then he yanks it right there. See how hard he walked with that step?
One of them gets up to close it. But as they walk back, this happens.
Yeah.
A chair
He yanks that shit with his foot. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. Terrible video. But I'm gonna like it. Because it's good in a bad way. You know what I mean? Bad in a good way. You know what I mean? Alright. Anyway. Man, that one was kind of scuffed. I was getting distracted and shit. Like a lot. So excuse me for that. But yeah, I'll try to cut it out. Hopefully I remember that it's this one. I do a ton of these though. Next video is going to be Sir Spook's 7 scary videos that'll make you question everything. We'll see, Mr. Spooks. We'll see.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But
Bro, now he's over-promising or under-promising, over-giving, whatever. I don't know how to fucking say it. There's a phrase. I just don't know it. Anyway, I'm sure everyone's gonna know what it is, and now I'm just whatever. Last time it was like 13 and then he did 11 and this time it's 7 and now he's saying 11. Like, is there 11? No, there's 7. Okay, so what are we doing, Mr. Spooks?
But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more.
I was gonna skip the intro and I should have, because that pissed me off now.
This first video we'll be looking at comes to us from a TikTok account known as Native Queen 97 and shows a piece of Ring doorbell footage captured in the middle of the night. In the clip, the homeowner steps outside, seemingly to check on something, either near the garbage cans or possibly his car. Everything appears normal at first, but something unsettling is happening right behind him. Watch this.
What? Oh, you're gonna say that's not... Bro, that's odd. Oh my god, we're gonna do this shit again? Ugh. Did you see it?
Right here, if you pay close attention, a strange figure can be seen moving.
Yeah, it's obviously like a clip from prior that's like rendered over this one because it saves all the shit real time or whatever, and then when you're walking by it'll, you know, so it'll start showing like some old footage in the back sometimes, or like somebody walking that's not really there right now, but they were, and she's obviously
moving along the sidewalk.
Actually was there and is going up to the door. So I mean, this one's stupid.
The shape appears pale and somewhat transparent, almost blending into the darkness as it moves.
But I get how someone could see that as like scary, you know, it could justify like ghosts for you or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna move on though. Number 6, haunted hospital.
A man named Jose Miguel Stark posted a video to his TikTok account in May of 2022, showing himself walking through an old hospital somewhere in San Jose at around 6:30 in the morning. As he moves through the building, the camera slowly pans across hallways and rooms that look somewhat worn down, but not entirely abandoned. It's quiet though, almost too quiet.
What is he doing there? He's just exploring a random hospital?
At one point, before anything visibly happens, faint and unusual voices can be heard echoing through the space.
Dude, obviously it's gonna be like people like looting and shit like that. Not maybe not looting, but like people in there, you know, trying to find a space to be at or some shit, like, because obviously this has just been closed or something. Like, and it looks, you know, new. Not
Adding
new,
an extra layer of unease.
but not old.
And then this happens.
Shadowy.
Right here, a door suddenly swings shut on its own. There's no one visible nearby, and no clear reason for it to move like that. At the same time, a faint white shape appears on the door's window, something that briefly resembles a ghostly figure. It's easy to see why some would interpret this as paranormal activity, an unseen presence making noise and interacting with the environment.
I don't know. I think there's a good chance there was a person there and we can't see them for whatever reason.
At the same time, the white figure is likely just a reflection on the glass, possibly from the surroundings or even the camera itself.
Yeah, from somebody moving over there, it would have to be movement.
As for the door, it could have been slightly open and pulled shut by air pressure.
Or a person. That's what I was thinking. Pulled shut so that they're on the other side of the wall and we can't see them. But I don't know. It's a weird situation. Like, why are you there? Like, look at that. The thing still has a trash bag, bro. Like, what happened here? This is weird. And why is he here? Like, just a small TikTok account. Like, what are you doing, bro? Backyard
A TikTok
entity.
account known as the Hall Family 2018 posted a video in June of 2023 showing a moment captured by their home security camera late one night. At first, everything looks completely normal.
Dude, I hate these. They're always stupid.
The camera is pointed toward the backyard, showing a
Oh, they have one of these? Those are expensive, no? Aren't those like 1,500 bucks? It's like the thing that like keeps you warm that they have at like fancy restaurants and shit. I love those, dude. And they got a nice little hammock. These people are balling.
quiet garden with nothing unusual happening. But that calm doesn't last for long.
Oh. Don't tell me that was it.
Right here, a
Why did we watch it so long if that was it?
strange ghostly shape can be seen hovering above the garden. The figure appears light in color and almost mist-like.
Bro, that almost seems edited. That seems like OD, like way too much.
Right here, a strange ghostly shape can be seen hovering above the garden. The figure appears light in color and almost mist-like as it lingers for a moment, before suddenly vanishing without a trace.
Yeah, I don't know. That feels really edited. I don't know what it could be. Like a fucking plastic bag or
Without a
something.
trace.
I don't know.
It
No. I don't know what that could be. But that's why I'm saying it feels edited. Like it feels way
leaves
too
behind more
prominent.
questions than
Looks like a flying... I'm not even going to say it. Let's move on. Let's move on. Alien orb. Ugh.
On August 14th,
I just don't like the sky ones. I don't like the ring ones. I don't like a lot of them, actually.
2025, a YouTuber by the name of Space Rue uploaded a video showing himself outside in an undisclosed location somewhere in Russia. In the video, the man scans the sky, clearly focused on something that isn't immediately visible to the viewer. For the first part of the clip, it's unclear what exactly he's trying to capture, until suddenly it reveals itself.
Вот это тут кусок пластмассы, блядь, сувенирчик. Полная хуйня, не работает он, да? Говорите.
Well, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're doing. Like, that could be totally normal. I have no idea what you're doing.
Еще пока остались сувенирчики, кому надо, пишите на почту.
Bro, that could easily be like a weather instrument that you couldn't focus on. Doesn't it look a lot like this shit right here? Like this type of stuff. It's the same thing, bro. No, am I tripping? Like to indicate where that, like in the sky, it's like a light to show that thing's in the way, you know? I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Во, блядь.
Oh, it's moving.
Он чувствует, нахуй. Он чувствует.
Okay, I have no idea what that is, but I don't know what he put on the camera. What is that, like a different kind of lens? Like, I don't know what that is.
A strange, spherical object appears, but only when viewed through what seems to be a special lens or glass.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what it is. Like, this could be totally normal, and he made it that way. I'm skipping. I'm sorry, I'm skipping. That's, like, weird. Wendigo in the Woods, number 3. So far, I'm questioning everything. Like, is this what people think is scary, bro? Like, none of these are scary.
Reddit user whole negotiation
Bro, I'm flying through this. Normally, these are like 30, 40 minutes.
1843 posted a video to the True Cryptozoology subreddit not too long ago that's been causing quite a stir, and it's not hard to see why. The footage appears to have been filmed years ago on an old camcorder. In it, the person recording's walking through a forest in broad daylight, casually looking around, until they come across something deeply unsettling.
They're just casually walking around recording in the woods like this? No. With no purpose at all. Like, they don't do, this isn't normal for them to post or do. This is a random ass Reddit post. That's
As
it.
the cameraman zooms in, a tall, extremely lanky figure can be seen in the distance. It slowly moves closer, its posture appearing unnatural.
It looks like somebody trying to like learn a TikTok dance or something. That doesn't look super weird to me. I don't think that's that.
Almost off in a way that's hard to describe.
I mean, they look like they're like half like naked or something.
The longer it stays in frame, the more uncomfortable it becomes. It doesn't move like you'd expect, and there's something about its presence that feels wrong. For those familiar with the cryptid lore, this immediately brings to mind the Wendigo, a creature often described as tall, thin, and associated with forest.
I mean, it was moving all goofy as fuck. This thing doesn't look goofy. So I'm a little like, is it a really dumb version of it? Like, it's just like, it's like the Walmart version.
And isolation. At the same time, some believe there's a more grounded explanation. The figure could simply be a person, possibly someone behaving erratically, whose appearance and movements seem far more disturbing.
Yeah, it's just somebody like on drugs.
Due to the distance, camera quality, and setting. Either way, whether you're looking at something rooted in
No, I agree. I think it's just a person. That's why I originally liked Sir Spooks, because he does that. He says the good and the bad, like skeptic and non-skeptic.
folklore, or just a human acting on
Haunted store.
I think it's safe to say most people would assume that retail stores are some of the safest places you can be when it comes to avoiding anything paranormal.
Well, it heavily depends what kind of store. If this is like a Target or a Walmart, I'll buy it. But if not, I'm just gonna think it's like a PR move.
However, this video posted to TikTok by user rtech18 seems to suggest otherwise. In the footage, we follow the uploader as he walks through the store, moving down different aisles while filming. He already seems a bit on edge, but at first it's not entirely clear why. That is, until this happens.
Se está moviendo esa porquería. No te muevas, no te muevas. No, 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 no.
Did you catch it?
Oh my god, that's it? Don't tell me that's it. There's gotta be more.
Him from the shelf.
What?
The paper. Look closely. What appears to be a creepy face can be seen peeking out from behind the toilet paper rolls. Just barely
Bro, kids be sitting there all the time.
visible, as if it's watching him from the shelf. And that's not all. A shopping cart nearby also appears to move on its own, slowly shifting without anyone touching it.
And that happens like all the time.
The uploader then continues exploring the store, and things only get stranger.
Ya no sé si reírme de nervios, reírme por no llorar, ya no sé ni qué hacer. Tú como vamos, sácate a la verga.
Out of nowhere, a ball suddenly begins rolling across the floor by itself, moving with no visible cause. Moments like this are often linked to poltergeist activity.
Oh my god, in the store, bro.
Small, deliberate movements meant to grab attention.
No, I think that's just... that one's really dumb. I think he's just misunderstanding what's going on. I think there's a kid there, or he's just faking this with his kid. Alright. Ghost in abandoned building. Dude, all of these have sucked. That's really unfortunate. Damn.
The person who uploaded this video to YouTube claims that the original videographer was simply exploring an abandoned vigil, just wandering around out of curiosity, without expecting to encounter anything unusual. They were dead wrong.
Bathroom again, is it? That's pretty cool, that is.
Almost immediately, within just a couple of seconds, a figure can be seen standing in a doorway. It's faint, but clear enough to make out what looks like a human shape, just standing there, watching. The figure, which many describe as a ghostly girl, seems to linger in the background, as if quietly observing everything from a distance. To some, this looks like a classic apparition, a spirit tied to the location, revealing itself
Bro, what if it's just an actual person though?
only briefly before fading back into the darkness.
What do you mean she's just gone? You cut it.
A figure can be seen standing in a doorway. It's faint, but clear enough to make out what looks like a human shape, just standing there, watching. The figure, which many describe as a ghostly...
So now you're saying it's just gone. Like, I don't see that though. Like, you cut it. You didn't show like the whole clip. Or am I tripping?
Out of curiosity, wrong.
That's pretty cool, that is.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, it ends. It ends right there. So that could actually be a fucking person. I have no idea. These suck, man. These are terrible. They do make me question everything though. Like why is it so shit? Anyway, I enjoy Sir Spook's vids, even though they're kind of stupid sometimes. But yeah, okay. Next video. All right, next video is gonna be Sir Spook's why rural roads are terrifying at night. I'm skipping the intro because last time he said 11, there were 7 videos. I got upset immediately. 9.
The first video we're looking at today comes from the Ghost subreddit, posted by username Odiodius. It's been gaining traction ever since. In the video, we see footage from a home surveillance camera recorded around 4:30 PM, sent to the uploader by his friend. While it starts out as a normal clip, it
Bro, it's a fancy ass house right here. I'm not gonna lie, and it's a 1.5, like a 1.5 with a 3 level. That's sick.
quickly takes a creepy turn.
Okay. That's
Out
it.
of nowhere, the basement door slowly opens by itself. What's interesting is the uploader says his friend has another video of something similar happening, so hopefully he'll post that one soon too. As for this particular clip, it's definitely unsettling. There doesn't appear to be a string, a draft, or any obvious trickery involved. And because it's daytime, the chances of it being staged for spooky effect feel lower than usual. The door opens gradually and with weight.
I was gonna say the weird thing though is you don't see the
Not-
handle move at all. Cause wouldn't it turn on both sides if you move the handle?
Not in the sudden way you'd expect if someone were trying to fake it with fishing line or push-off camera. That natural pacing adds to its eerie authenticity. Skeptics have pointed out that temperature changes or minor
I was gonna say usually the barely hanging onto the plate when it's closed, and sometimes the wind can blow it open. I was just thinking that, like, if the plate is on like weird or like the wrong way, I imagine, because it just I'm not gonna be able to explain that, but the way that it works, like it could slip out, and then it wouldn't need to move the door handle. So I get where he's going with it. I think that makes complete sense. Specifically, it doesn't appear that the doorknob turns exactly, bro. And it would be impossible to push the door open otherwise. This seems like a bad latch connection and an air pressure change. I was literally going to say the same thing.
shifts in air pressure can cause doors to open slowly like this, especially if they're older or improperly balanced. That said, it's odd that it hasn't happened more often, especially if it's just physics at work. So what do you think's going on here?
No, I think that's just a really cool thing that he got on camera. Alright, yeah, that one wasn't... Why, though? It had nothing to do with rural roads. Is this gonna have anything to do with rural roads, Spooks? Come on, bro.
Over on TikTok, a woman named Stephanie McKee posted a highly unsettling video showing something legitimately terrifying
Very small account. That's always good.
happening right outside her house in the middle of the night. In the video, we see footage from an outdoor home surveillance camera that, at first, appears to capture nothing but a calm, uneventful night. But after just a few seconds, it becomes clear that something very strange is going on.
I mean, this kind of seems like a rural road, no? Huh? Oh, not one of these.
A bizarre ghost-like figure can be seen one.
Bro, I hate these. We just had this in the other video. Oh my god. It's the Ring camera thing. They record like different segments, and sometimes it shows like a different time period of somebody walking over your thing. Because when it detected the movement, it changed that part first, and then the rest gets changed later. So this guy, it got fixed, and then he was gone. If that makes sense. I mean, I felt like that did make sense. But yeah, no, lame. I'm not even giving it time. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
This
Highway of Tears.
next TikTok video we'll be having a look at takes place right near the Highway of Tears. For those who are unaware,
How does a road get named fucking Highway of Tears? Like, what is that, like, you know, like tear in a good way, you know? Like tears of those who have fallen or some shit like that, you know? Or I don't know. I don't buy that it's called the road of tears or the Highway of Tears.
this is an extremely creepy place that, once you hear the backstory, is sure to send shivers down your spine. The Highway of Tears is a 720-kilometer stretch of highway.
Bro, I was gonna say, like, if it was something that they used to like navigate in history and then they called it that, like, that makes sense.
16 in British Columbia, Canada, between Prince George and Prince Rupert. Since the late 1960s, this remote corridor has been the site of numerous disappearances and murders of mostly indigenous women and girls. The region is marked by a vast wilderness, limited public
Okay, well that's just sad then. That's different.
transportation, and isolated communities, making it particularly dangerous for those forced to hitchhike. The lack of adequate infrastructure and systemic neglect have contributed to the vulnerability of travelers, while the slow pace of investigations has drawn criticism from indigenous groups, human rights organizations, and the public alike. The video, posted to TikTok by a woman named Anita Natsiel, shows her filming outside of a window on a cold and dreary day. It's absolutely bone-chilling. Just make sure to turn your volume all the way up.
Bro, if it's just gonna be some noise, I'm gonna be a little upset. Animal. Yeah, that sounds like an animal or some sort of wildlife. Like, it doesn't sound like screaming of a human at all. And you sound like, it seems like somebody who would just sit there and call the cops that's staring out their window on a random ass day like this recording.
SLVata posted a video to the Ghost subreddit just over a week ago and has been the talk of the community ever since then, and you're about to find out why. There's a good amount of context the upload provided alongside the video, but let's have a look at the video first and then we'll delve deeper into the backstory here. The uploader posted a video with this caption that helps to clarify things and give us a better understanding of what was going on. Quote, "My uncle who lived with my parents passed away in March. The door that leads to the garage can be seen opening on its own, and the light turns on once it's open. They've never had anything happen at their house currently, until this last night. The door opening on its own wouldn't have made me think anything, but the light turning on got me. It's not an automatic.
I was gonna say, yeah, the light turn on is a little weird. Unless it is automatic and they're just saying it's not. But no, that's a little bit weird.
Light.
I mean, I feel like I did notice that if they pass in the house, like if you have a family member that passes away in the house in that specific room, like you can kind of like there's a weird feeling in there, but I don't know if it's just like subconscious because you know somebody like died in there, but I don't know. I feel like there is a weird thing about that, and like recently after, if it wasn't too long after, because that said March, but this is like almost 2 months later. Like I don't know, maybe that's just you attributing it to that, but I mean he's right. If the door opened by itself, I wouldn't have said shit. But like if the light turns on, I don't know. But it just kind of makes me think it could be automatic.
When I listen with sound on, I feel like...
Yeah, I hear like the slipper movement or whatever he's going to say. I hear that. Alright, next one's going to be shadow person. And so far, I don't really care for any of these. This one's like cute in a way, so I like want it to be real, you know? But these ones are lame. This is a Karen. That one's just someone who doesn't understand how that works. And then this one is the air pressure change. This one's good too, actually. Like, it's a good video because that probably doesn't happen very often, and you caught it on camera, you know? Pretty cool. Shadow person.
This video posted to TikTok by user Gima Pashra showcases a busy road on a rainy day, filmed in West Java, Indonesia, near the elementary school SD Nakarapoku. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but that quickly changes in the blink of an eye.
Perhatikan bayangan di pojok kiri.
Damn. That's probably somebody actually just walking away, though.
But that quickly changes in the blink of an eye.
Perhatikan bayangan di pojok kiri.
Yeah, no, I think that's just somebody who wasn't like fully picked up because they were like kind of on the end range of it. Because there's no like seat there or anything. So, yeah, I think they just weren't getting like rendered correctly. The camera ones always do that, the security cameras, because they're low quality and shitty. So that's like super normal. Okay, and then his plug, ghost in a wheelchair.
Reddit user The Capitan's Chair posted an extremely intriguing video to the Ghost subreddit, accompanied by a good amount of context, making this one of the most thought-provoking ghost clips you'll see today. According
I fucking hope so, bro. That's
to the
perfect.
uploader, they used to work night shifts at a prominent cancer hospital in Utah, where ghost stories were a regular topic among nurses and security guards. The video itself is from 2016 and was shared among hospital staff before the uploader got a copy in 2020, so the quality is a little rough.
I was gonna say, this is a video of the video.
She goes into the wall.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing there but air.
Oh my god.
In the footage, a woman appears to be sitting in a wheelchair, wearing a hospital blanket, and visible through a window in the parking garage. But the space she's in is actually a stairwell, meaning she's technically hovering above the stairs. Quote,
What? She's technically hovering. What?
a woman appears to be sitting in a wheelchair, wearing a hospital
Okay, I don't know about the wheelchair part. I don't see that. I see a lady sitting.
blanket, and
Or possibly standing.
visible through a window in the parking garage. But the space she's in is actually a stairwell, meaning she's technically hovering above the stairs.
Oh, so that goes down the stairs. I was gonna say this is more likely a reflection, because if that's the stairs down, like what this would have to be what you're seeing, and then she walks off. Obviously, the reflection stops. Are we stupid?
Quote, when the guards on the night shift saw her disappear from view, they rushed outside thinking she'd leapt off the edge of the garage and killed herself. When they got out there, she was gone without any trace. They came back in and inspected the video closer and realized she was a ghost. End quote. The uploader says this was one of several ghosts known to appear at the hospital. This particular spirit was often seen by night staff in rooms 24 through 26 on the bone marrow transplant unit, usually seated in a wheelchair and staring silently out at the city lights. She'd vanish the moment anyone walked by and looked back. If this story and video...
I don't know, man. That one's a little bit weird, because like, why are they like, why are they even looking at the cameras? Like in a realistic situation, you'd just be like, oh yeah, whatever. But they're like going back and like trying to find it. So I don't know. Like I can't see what this is over here or anything. Like I don't know what this layout is. Like that could be a reflection. These look like bars though right here. And I don't see that here.
Or real, it's one of the most compelling pieces of ghostly evidence in recent memory. There's something especially eerie about the way she seems to simply exist there quietly, without...
And especially if it's not, if this actually is the stairs and this is down and there's nothing here. Like that is kind of weird. Okay, I'll give it to that one. I'm not 100% sure, but to me that feels a little bit like the reflection.
13 shared a mysterious piece of footage that's left a lot of people scratching their heads. According to the uploader, the video was captured on the night of April 29th, 2025 at around 10:30 p.m. Pacific Time in Northern California. They explained that while sitting outside reading, they noticed what initially looked like an airplane light, but the longer they stared, the stranger things got. Quote, what I saw was the crescent of the moon forming from a small point of light into a full crescent. As I continued to watch, the crescent dissipated to nothing. I called my son outside to see what I was seeing, and he was as perplexed as I was. End quote. Let's take a look at the footage and see if you can spot what they did.
Okay.
I know. I have no clue what that... Because the sun has been set for a couple hours.
Lunar eclipse.
No, that's not what a lunar eclipse looks like. Oh, what's in front of it now?
No, it's got two dots on it now.
It's got... What the is going on?
It's starting to cover it.
What is that? What the? There's not a cloud in the sky.
I'm so confused.
I can't explain. I've never seen anything like this.
It's up now.
Yep. And now whatever the it's gone. It's just a little star there now. Now it's gone.
The uploader continued.
Okay, I have no idea what that one. Like, I just don't know anything about that.
That might create smoke.
Wait, what?
They stayed outside, waiting for it to reappear, but it never did. Quote, there were no clouds in the sky to obstruct the moon, and there were no fires that might create smoke. End quote. They even posted a separate video of the area during the day to give viewers a better idea of the environment in which this happened. As of now, no one has been able to definitively explain what was captured in this video. Was it a camera issue, an obscure atmospheric phenomenon, or something truly unusual?
Okay, yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. Like, I don't know enough about the environment and planets and shit like that. So, that's scary, I guess. The moon getting like eaten up.
No, that's not what a lunar eclipse looks like.
What does a lunar eclipse look like then? Well, these don't help. Okay, I don't know what a fucking lunar eclipse looks like then. It's just when it's like red. Okay, I don't know. I'm giving up on it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know shit about any of that, so I'm gonna move on. Driving in the dark. So far, this has not been much about like rural roads. I don't know why we went with that. I mean, especially the scary one. It was not had nothing to do with a road. The wheelchair one. I don't know. Better than the last video. I'll give it that.
At night, and you're driving down the highway with only a few streetlights to guide your way. Most of us have been there, and we probably all agree it's unsettling. Visibility can be poor, and one wrong move could lead to something terrible. That's why the following video, posted to TikTok by a user named Jose Fierro, is so chilling. It proves that literally anything can happen while driving in the dark. The first video shows Jose cruising along like normal when something terrifying happens.
I'm zoned out. Let's go. What is it? Let's go. Was it a real person?
Out of nowhere, a man, or possibly a ghostly apparition, appears directly in his path. Jose reacts just in time and swerves to avoid hitting it. Luckily, he escapes unharmed. Then,
I mean, do they look...
In a second video posted on a different day, Jose drives down the exact same road late at night, and once again, this happens.
Again? Okay, that one just kind of looked normal though.
A figure that looks nearly identical to the one in the first video appears in the same spot.
Bro, it's just a person on the road though.
Whether it's a prank, a repeat encounter with the same person, or something more supernatural, it's undeniably eerie.
Yeah, I have a feeling they just do that though. They just try to get in front of cars and make them stop and stuff. And you just swerve that perfectly. Like you didn't hit him and kill him like you could have. Like I think that was a real person. I don't know. They show up that fast too when you're driving like 60, 65, 70 like he probably is. All right. Anyway. No, that one was pretty good. Scary like video. Shitty camera, so I think it made it like even more ominous. But these two were good. The moon one is good because I don't know what's going on there, bro. And then the ghost in the wheelchair one is good. Even though I didn't see the wheelchair. Last one.
Over on the Ghost subreddit, a user known as Lucrine shared a video that was sent to him by his co-worker, who gave him permission to post it for the rest of the internet to see. In the clip, we watch some late night security camera footage that shows a huge, heavy gate. According to the uploader, his co-worker said the gate is so heavy it has to be forced open, and even then, it's a struggle to do so on a normal day. That's what makes this next part so bizarre.
Oh. What the fuck was that,
As you can see, the heavy gate opens all by itself, and the nearby cat immediately darts off in fear. They always say animals can sense things we can't, so maybe this cat picked up on something we
Nah, that's just a huge object moving really quickly, so he got scared.
Didn't, and bolted before anything worse could happen. While we can't rule out the possibility of some sort of mechanical malfunction, or even a sudden strong gust of wind, the way the gate...
Oh, but I have one of those gates at my old house, and it was like had this mesh stuff on it that you could barely see. So this could have that on it, and it throws with the wind. Like it absolutely flies like crazy hard. and we'd have to like tie it down and have a certain way to like keep it safe because it was fucking dangerous. Like it was a giant, like a heavy ass gate. And like, yeah, you'd struggle with it, but the wind is just fucking pushing that bitch because it's got the mesh on it. So, I honestly think that's what's going on here. So it's not crazy.
Moves.
And even if not, like it could still push it. It just, the mesh is like minimal. So it just adds a little bit more of like that resistance to it. And then what the fuck was that bang? Are we not going to talk about that? The noise?
Combined with the terrified reaction of the cat, makes that explanation feel a little unsatisfying, especially considering how much force it normally takes to open the gate.
No, it's all momentum, bro. And then, I don't know, was that not a real noise then?
Struggled to do so on
After it opened. See, what the fuck was that, bro? Like a bomb went off? Like, of course your fucking gate opened. Like, what was that? And we're not even gonna talk about it? Nah, something weird, bro. I can't, something off screen. Alright, but that was a good video, man. Like, all together, this one. The ghost one, the moon one was good. That one was lame. The driving in the dark one was okay. It's just, like, scary. But it was, I think it was not real. Like, not a real ghost. Alright, next video is going to be Scary Count V97, Bizarre Bub.
While driving down a stretch of highway, Felicity D promptly takes out her phone after noticing something down the road. It had caught her attention, considering that no other cars were on the road. It was just her and the driver alone on this highway when this was spotted. Now this video takes place in Arenas Valley, New Mexico, where it seems that others have encountered similar experiences. Ghost sightings.
Does that not look like it just could be something else,
are nothing new to those who live.
Hold up.
It seems that others have encountered similar experiences. Now this video takes place in Arenas Valley, New Mexico, where it seems that others have encountered similar experiences. Ghost sightings are nothing new to those who live around here, but this, as viewers believe, may just be the clearest evidence of something paranormal.
I don't know about that, man. It just looks like maybe something that like we naturally attribute to as like what a human would
that
be.
Others have encountered similar
like it just constantly gets further and further as they're driving.
Experiences. Ghost sightings.
I don't know. I really don't think that one's anything. I think that's just like.
Now this.
Wait, from there it doesn't look like nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just like some camera shit. Like I don't think that's anything like in particular. You know. Oh, this must be an old one. He doesn't even have chapter. Oh, a year ago. No chapters, bruh? Okay. Yeah, no, I think that one's kind of lame. I mean, it doesn't look like a person to me. It is getting further away along with the car, so it seems like it could be attributed to almost anything. All right. Next one, number 9.
Decides to tidy up a few items on display. It was like any other workday at the shop. Johann Salazar would clock in and start the shift by organizing stock. But as he does his job, he all of a sudden runs to the back of the store, completely out of breath and visibly shaking. Johann, in his own words, had felt something heavy drop on his shoulders. Not sure what it was that was on his back, he looks at the security camera recording at this time and sees something that terrifies him beyond belief. This is what he saw.
Jeez, replay the clip like 50 times. Let's go. I thought it was gonna be more dramatic than that. I thought it was gonna like yank on him, but that wasn't all that bad. Am I tripping? That wasn't that bad.
It appears that Johann's shirt and hoodie is pulled by something. Initially thinking that someone had put their hands on Johann's back, he turns around expecting someone to be there, but to his shock, there was no one.
I mean, that is kind of weird. I mean, you got something going on there, and this looks like not the US.
Absolutely positive.
So I really feel like there's no ghosts in the US and there's just ghosts everywhere else. That's my theory. I think there's ghosts in like Europe and Japan and shit like that. Anywhere besides the United States. I think there just happens to be. I don't know what it is. Like, are we just United States are just shit people or something? Y'all don't, other realm don't want to interact. I don't know what it is, but that's my theory.
That he felt something heavy on his shoulders. Yet, it seems that whatever weight he had felt was non-existent. Or, so it seems. Because as viewers believe, this invisible weight was most likely a spirit who was getting physical with Johan. If that's the case, then its presence was definitely felt. But whether ghost or not, Johan has been left terribly shaken.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with that. And then you feel it too, so I'd really be fucked up from that. Like, that would make me like believe in ghosts and shit. Like, I don't know what happened there. There's no weird thing that could have like pulled him. Like, I have no idea.
By this incident.
That's a really good one. Good second clip, man. That's pretty good. I feel like we're usually waiting like 5 clips in to get a decent one.
To this day, there is yet to be an update on this whole occurrence.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially if it's like real, you probably just never want to think about that shit again. But it'll just keep coming back up, when you don't need it to. Number 8.
Now the following video comes from a mother who for some reason began to feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety while taking care of her baby. It was just her and her son alone at home watching a movie peacefully when things took an unexpected turn. Looking at the bathroom door, she notices that it's wide open. When she last looked, it was somewhat shut. Seeing that something was different, she grabs her phone and begins to record. Whenever something like this happens, according to her, things get very weird. It's a common occurrence, but on this night, what she captures is unlike anything she's ever experienced. On the verge of having a panic attack, she records the bathroom when this is captured.
The door is moving by itself. Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away.
Bro, it seems like all you got going on is ice. Like, there was nothing else that was going on. Some creaks, but that's your whole fucking house does that, clearly.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I am so scared right now. Please go away. It can't be spooky. Spooky? Psst, 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 psst. Spook?
So it could have been a cat this whole time. Why are we not, like, getting up and going to look at it? You're just sitting there. I'd be getting up.
Moo?
To say that the mother was spooked out of her mind would be putting it lightly. It's the fact that she pulls in her child after sensing
No, that's lame. No, we're not gonna.
On this night.
I don't know. I think that one is a little weird. Like if that really happened, and then like I really think it could just be the house, and then like the door making that much noise. Like I said before, like some of the doors when you open them, they open a certain degree, like based on how it was like. I'm assuming the what you fucking call it, the hinges are put on, and so yeah, I've already said that before. And then some of them don't open the whole way and just stay open. Sometimes it'll open a certain amount and then move, and sometimes it takes a long time for that to happen. So totally rational, not a super weird thing. The shadow thing's weird, but it could be a cat. She didn't go fucking look.
In the following video, a security guard is doing rounds at a hotel when she suddenly comes to a stop after encountering something very disturbing. This video took place in 2019 and was recently shared by a friend of the security guard shown in the clip. At first, the friend who posted—
Well, we already know security guards be working like 12, 14 hours, you know. They're probably just not the most reliable in that 13th, 14th hour, you know what I mean? And we don't know what time it is and all that with the shift.
posted this wasn't sure if sharing this online would be a good idea. What was captured, according to them, is something that the hotel would rather keep under wraps. Perhaps to avoid reminding people of a terrible incident that occurred many years ago. In 1986, this exact hotel, which was formerly called the DuPont Plaza, had mysteriously caught fire, resulting in many lives being lost. Guests had no choice but to leap off their balconies as the flames had engulfed the whole building. The sight of this was hard to bear, to say the least.
I hate when there's a whole historical background, because then you know it's going to be some weak-ass fucking video.
It's late at night when apparently something pulls the security guard's hair. Take a look.
Oh. Whoa. Okay, he saved all the good ones for this video. I don't know about that. I've never seen nothing like that. It's like immediate. She gets like yanked. Alright, I don't know about that one. I don't think she's faking it there.
I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly could explain the security guard's hair being pulled?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't think anything could explain that. That's a really good one. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a weak ass clip, bro. And then they're making me look dumb. That was good. Number 6. Alright.
It's been out of service for quite some time. They would never come alone unless they were dared to do so.
Sorry.
It's late at night when a group of friends decide to enter a hospital that's been out of service for quite some time. They would never come alone unless they were dared to do so, because apparently this place is not what it seems. Although seeming like an empty facility devoid of—
This looks like the exact place from that other video. I closed it. We just watched one that had a video of a hospital just like this that was freshly abandoned, and they were like making noises and shit. Now there's a group of friends there. Okay, no, fake.
of any doctors or patients. The Felix Bonis Hospital in Santiago, Chile has been said to have a certain presence within its walls. Now thankfully, the lights are still on inside this hospital.
Dude, it looks the same.
Which is a good thing for the group. The emergency system powering these lights appears to be running, but even with the lights on, the following incident remains just as frightening. This is what they caught.
Familia, estamos aquí en el hospital Felipe Bonis. Son las... ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es?
What time is it? 1:08 a.m. Okay, it looks a little bit different now that I'm seeing inside here. That?
It happens quickly, but
that's it. No way, that's it.
Watching the footage, clearly see what looks like a distinct outline of someone small, but strangely.
Dude, I don't know what.
Briefly, we can see what looks like a distinct outline of someone small, but strangely, whoever or whatever this was goes unnoticed.
So nobody saw it though.
Outline of someone small, but strange.
I mean, it could be something just casting a shadow that looks a lot like that, you know. I just don't know exactly what it would be.
Briefly, we can see what looks like a
you know, like even if it was like, I don't know, like it's not, but like a phone or something that's like kind of blocking the way
distinct
that
outline
way.
of someone small, but strangely.
But he's just holding it up, you know? I don't know. I wouldn't think much about
Whoever
that though.
Or whatever this had to be the spirit that what was captured will currently stay a mystery.
That's it. They didn't see anything the whole rest of the time.
Taking place inside someone's apartment, a man immediately stops what he's doing to record this video, as it was just now that stuff started moving.
And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell.
Within the span of 30 minutes, things just started moving on their own. This is something that commonly happens, but not once has it ever been caught on camera. But on this night, something happens that scares the living daylights out of the man. Hoping to get something on camera, he captures this.
That's valid though. If shit was just starting to move randomly, and then in my vision too, I'd be freaked the fuck out. But I don't know. There's no actual explanation for something like that happening though, unless something falls like he was saying.
And I'm just kind of now trying. I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move.
Well, let's get to it.
If anything is here, please, by all means, feel free to move something. Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there, I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared. It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want to off. There is no way.
Bro, that's such a questionable item though, in the way that it's sitting. That's so like that could actually happen though.
It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want to off. There is no.
Bro, that's just terrible coincidence though, because now he's actually thinking he's not crazy, and he's just I mean, come on, bro.
Way. I'm so glad I got that on recording. I don't know, I'm coughing all of a sudden.
And it's like, no, I don't know. That could actually happen though. That's totally like not scary. That's just coincidence that it happened right then.
Holy. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film.
And keep in mind, he deleted a whole nother video that he was sitting there recording and nothing fucking happened. And then this one happened. They skipped 5 times. I skipped a little bit. And there we go. Finally something happens. Of course, you sit there long enough, it's going to happen.
Has been propped up here for ages. This has not been moved. It's never moved before.
All the more reason, bro, because it could move. Like, it's a round base on the bottom. Like, unless it's sitting on the peg, which even if it's like leaning, like, you know what I mean? Like the neck piece, the right side of it, that little thing that goes up, the wing, like that too. It was like leaning on the windowsill, and it, bro, easily at some point could fall. It's like when you set a broom up or something, and then eventually, like, half hour later it falls back over. Like, it's the same thing. It just took a really, really long time for it to fall.
Like, I'm actually shaking a little bit. Sorry for swearing, by the way, on tape. And like this, this isn't like attached to anything. Like there's nothing attached to it. Like I haven't kicked it, I haven't moved anything. It's been, yeah, like, well, I don't know how it was now, but it's been kind of propped up.
Yeah, just like that. See how he just moved it away from the tip that it was on?
For a long time. I'm going to lay it down a bit more.
Yeah, now it won't move because now you kind of locked it in there. That's not how you had it. Because it couldn't move that way. It can't move the way that it moved that way. The way that you have it sitting right now. Bro, that's so infuriating. Like this, you're making yourself crazy.
I absolutely knew that
Had it not been for him lifting his guitar.
Okay. Yeah, no. That's just crazy coincidence. The universe is trying to make you think you're crazy.
Possibly explain this.
Wait, let me see. Does it slow-mo?
Whatever happened here was surely paranormal.
See how it's not locked on the other side of it? Like it was hugged around on the other side. That piece I was talking about, the little wing, and it's not on this one. It just kind of fell.
Of course, whether or not that's so is up to you to decide.
All right, I'm done with that one. Number 4.
Now, not much is known about this next video, considering that the original source is unknown. Where it came from, or who exactly posted this first, remains a mystery. But despite lacking any sort of context, the video is still pretty creepy.
So this is some sort of haunted house.
Taking place in what appears to be a museum, a group of people visit an exhibit that is, well, a bit disturbing to say the least. As with most lifelike mannequins, there's something quite off-putting about these, but it's not the mannequins that make the video pretty spooky, but rather something else. Whoever took this video seems to have not realized that they captured something unusual during this moment. They didn't see that this was captured.
Okay.
Appearing out of nowhere, a shadowy figure resembling a woman is caught in the mirror. Its reflection is—
Bro, but I don't know who's with you. Like, that just seems like a lady, like a Karen walk, man. That could genuinely be anybody. I'm not even validating for that, nah.
Movie that's already been seen by the boyfriend. It's his girlfriend's first time watching the film, and it's exactly how he imagined she would react, completely scared. It's for this reason that he films this video. It would make for a funny clip, but little does he know, this exact moment would be anything but funny. Now, viewers agree that it's already creepy enough that they live in a house filled with clown dolls and other horror-themed items, but what was captured beats any of those things. As they watch this movie, this is caught.
And of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's not even scary.
It is scary.
It's not.
Look down and pity. You killed your mother.
You killed your mother. You killed your mother. You killed.
Is this gonna be just like the guitar thing, bro?
Kill your mother. You killed. You killed your mother. You killed your mother. You killed.
Alright, that is a little bit weird.
What was meant to be a funny clip of his girlfriend's reaction turns into something—
Alright, dude, it looked like it literally inched and hopped off.
they would see in their movie. Out of nowhere, the clown doll on the wall moves.
I think it's just leaned up on the wall
Into
there
something they would
somehow.
see in their movie. Out of nowhere,
And then the wall like pushed it back.
the clown doll on the wall moves.
No, I don't know. That one's weird. That one's weird. Y'all got a demon. Y'all got a demon.
My scary clown video.
What is
Okay,
this?
so I thought I'd show you that I actually do live across the road from a cemetery. Normally, this stuff doesn't scare me, but
What's going on?
While some think that the film had something to do with this, the couple believes that something else was responsible. As it turns out, they live across a cemetery that's quite literally down the street from them. The following is the girlfriend's footage. Take a look.
Oh, so she's just showing that they actually live next to a cemetery. Okay, well, I mean, that makes it a little bit more creepy, I guess. But, no, that one, I don't know, man. Y'all got a demon. Y'all got a cemetery demon or something. That's weird.
On a sunny day, somewhere on a peninsula, a man records a video of an ancient fortress that was built in 1725. Obviously, the fortress has stood the test of time, seeing that it's still intact. But it's not the durability of this place that...
Oh, that's crazy. 1725, 300 years? That's insane.
...baffles the man who filmed this. Instead, it's what appears at this place that's left him pretty spooked. He was taking a video while he and his brother explored the fortress. Although many tourists come here, very few know.
Bro, imagine all the shit that went down there, though. Like, all the bad stuff ain't nobody ever even talk about. They don't even report shit at that point, you know? Like, that'd be crazy.
The fort has taken the lives of many pirates who invaded the peninsula during the 18th century. Knowing this, the man couldn't help but feel a haunting presence while being here. Now, the quality is far from HD, but the video still captures footage of something visible and quite peculiar. This is what was caught.
This is a rough video.
Okay.
Oh, gee.
Ah.
Come on, man. Replay. Where is it?
The man who took this had no idea that something appeared around the fort. He further adds that this, whatever it was, had been inside a closed-off section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had stepped...
Bro, it looks like sun rays.
...foot there section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had stepped foot there for years.
Okay, wait.
To the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had...
I don't know, bro.
...step foot section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had stepped foot there for years.
I mean, I wouldn't think anything of it, though, to be honest. Like, it doesn't really look like anything that crazy. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of skip to the next one. I don't know about that. I don't know what it is. I think it's a camera thing, maybe, but I don't know, bro. This kind of looks familiar. What is this?
In this last video, a man named Connor Lyle recorded something strange on his doorbell camera. It happened on a Thursday night when no one else had been outside.
Was this on a Sir Spooks, maybe?
Connor had just come home at around 8 p.m. and was heading towards his house when suddenly he gets the strangest feeling. It was as if his body, out of instinct, had sensed something threatening. Perhaps thinking it was all in his head, he shrugs it off and doesn't think much of it. But fast forward to him looking at the footage captured of that night, and his stomach drops. The following is his footage. Watch.
Is there somebody right there?
As it turns out, his fight-or-flight response wasn't just random, but rather completely called for. Right behind Connor, there appears to be a shadowy figure walking by and then disappearing out of nowhere. However, after seconds pass, it reappears again, but this time a bit closer. It's as if it was making its way towards Connor. Feeling once again immensely unnerved, he turns around and sees nothing. But clearly, as he would eventually find out,
I mean, bro's just paranoid after that first one. You're just kind of double check in every time.
Something was behind him. What this was is unknown, but judging by Connor's reaction, viewers think it's best if he...
And, you know, maybe he heard something over there that we can't hear, that, you know, we can't pick up, and it sounded like, you know, somebody fighting or something, as he wanted to get inside. Like, we don't know. So, I don't know. That one's kind of lame. That's not the same. I saw there was another one just like this, but somebody was like walking up behind him. And that was stupid. The shadow. I mean, I think that one was stupid. All right. Anyway, no, that was kind of a long one, but Bizarre Bub's always good. And dude, that first one, was it the first one? No, that one was really good. The where he got pulled, that one was really good. That one was meh. I think this was the best one. The hair pulling. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, how can you fake that? So some things genuinely just seem like unexplained, you know? And maybe there's a reason for it, maybe there isn't. But it's cool to find out. So I love watching these.